Yeah. So our funnel, so we've got the crash course. Well, the crash course is £1. It's basically free. But yeah, that's where there's a lot of rumours. People say, oh, there's plants and Samuel's mastered NLP and uses this hypnosis. I'm like, I don't know nothing about any of that stuff. Mate, I'm always asking Academy members, how can we get better?
In this clip from the Self-Unemployed podcast, Samuel Leeds breaks down the structure behind his property education business, explaining how his sales funnel from free content to in-depth training empowers property investors. Check out the description for the full episode and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more tips on becoming self-unemployed. So you've got a sort of very well-oiled machine, well-oiled funnel on the crash courses. You don't mention the academy much.
Yeah, no.
It's all about the next stage.
Yeah. So our funnel, so we've got the crash course and, well, the crash course is £1, so it's basically free. And all the YouTube videos, podcasts, books.
Yeah.
You know, I send books out for free. So we've got all the free stuff. And I guess the purpose of that is to open people's eyes as to what's possible. But from a business perspective, it's also letting people see how good our content is and how, you know, what's possible. So we've got all the free stuff. Then we've got the courses. So all of our courses are £2,000. We have online and in person. And at the crash course, we'll sell courses. And then the academy is the ultimate, which is the mentorship, 12 months mentorship. And from a business perspective, like when I put on a crash course, like all the free stuff actually costs us money as a company. So to put on a crash course costs tens of thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
When we send books out and for free, it's costing print, P&P. So when we sell courses, it just
it breaks
that
brings you back to break even.
Yeah, exactly. And then the academy, that's the only time our business actually makes any money. And then we put that money generally back into the academy to make it better. Dinners, celebrities, Samuel Leeds finance, loaning it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a bit of a, you know, sometimes people think like about training courses in general. Oh, they'll just keep selling you stuff. And it's like, all of our prices, all of our courses, it's all on the website. I'm very transparent about, you know, how it all works.
And when I came to the crash course, I was sort of psyching myself up to kind of defend a hard sell and like get chased down the corridor if I try and leave and stuff like that. But none of that happens. I mean, there is a sell. Yeah, there's a sale. But it's very short and quick.
Yeah, it is. And the sale, yeah, there is a sale. But yeah, that's where there's a lot of rumours. People say, oh, there's plants and Samuel's mastered NLP and uses this hypnosis. I'm like, I don't know nothing about any of that stuff. I mean, I run the course. It's about 6 to 8 hours long. It's £1. Give loads of teaching, and the sale maybe is 20 minutes.
Yeah, and the day is, I don't know, like a good 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah, it's a long day.
It's a long day.
And it's me on stage for hours and hours. I don't just rock up for 20 minutes or.
And this is what one of the main things that convinced me to go further is that, you know, that day I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. You know, you were giving away so much great information. It was.
And also, I get permission to sell. I'll say, look, is it, you know, how many of you realise you need a bit more training? Is it all right if I talk about some of the advances? Yeah. So if anyone wanted to leave, if they're like, I can't stand hearing a sale, but to be honest, if you can't stand hearing a sale, you're probably not meant to be in business anyway, because business is sales.
Yeah.
So every business is marketing, sales, operations, finance. Every business. So if you've got like a huge problem with being marketed to or sold to or anything.
Well, and a big part of sales, I think Jordan Belfort says this, is like you've got if you can't sell something, you've got to have a valuable product. It's got to be valuable to the person you're trying to sell it to. Yeah. If it's not, then you know you shouldn't be trying to sell to that person.
Exactly. Because then what will happen is you'll end up with complaints, refunds, hassle, and all the people that talk badly about me on the internet, 99.9, it's not my actual customers. It's very rare that there'll be people that are actual customers of mine that'll be online slagging me off. I mean, it's happened, and it really upsets me when it does happen, because if someone goes online about and says stuff about me and I don't know them, they're just trying to get clicks and I don't know them. Yeah, I might sue them. yeah, I might, do a video response and ruin their career or whatever maybe. But ultimately,
or invite them for a debate and crush them.
Yeah, or invite them for a debate. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll ignore it. But ultimately, it doesn't upset me at all because I know it's part of the game. But if an actual customer says, "Oh, Samuel starts talking about me badly," which very rarely happens, then I'll really care. I'll reach out to the person. I'll be like, "Are we okay? What happened? Let's talk. What can we do?" Because that's like different. It's almost like if a family member says something about you. If the old man next door,
then something must have gone wrong.
Exactly. But it's very rare that happens. 99% of the time, if people are saying negative stuff, it's competitors, it's people that don't know, it's people that have heard something, it's people trying to get views,
But also, you're constantly improving the academy.
It's true.
I mean, even since I've been on, I didn't realise when I started that the inner circles were a brand new thing.
I started them maybe 6 months ago or so.
Yeah, well, that's when I joined, and for me, that's one of the most valuable parts of it, I think.
Mate, I'm always asking academy members, how can we get better? And I think as every business owner, same way when you've got serviced accommodation, we've recently got on quite a lot of hotels and stuff that we can talk about. But if you've got a hotel or you've got just an Airbnb property, what you need more than anything is to be asking the guests. What happened? How did you find it? How can we improve? In fact, if you're proactive, it will actually prevent bad reviews anyway.
Exactly.
Because if you just let them stay there and just think, "Oh, I'm not bothered. They've paid me, whatever, have fun." Now they may have a bad experience. Now they'll leave you a bad review. But if you reach out to them upon arrival and say, "Hey, how's your check-in been? Is everything okay? Is there anything you need?" Then if they're annoyed because there's no ironing board, they'll message you and say, "Actually, there's no ironing board." And you'll go, "I'm so sorry." Bang! Fix it immediately. Now, you've not got a bad review. You
might get a positive review.
You might get a positive review. And you've got an ironing board, which would have also annoyed your next guest. So if you just constantly, and I think I'm kind of like that with all my businesses, constantly improving them, getting better. And I'm like that with myself. I think life should always get better. People say, "Oh, the good old days." It's like, hang on a minute. The average person lives to what, 80, 90, probably 100 or more in these day and age. This day and age. As every year goes on, you've had an extra whole 12 months to work on yourself and your life. You should be happier. You should be in better shape. You should have better relationships. You should have more money. By the time you're 70, you should absolutely, life should get better. Businesses should get better. Things should improve. That's kind of like my outlook.
Okay, well, if you are still watching, thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you're subscribed on whatever platform you're on. Leave us a review as well. All that stuff really helps. But the main thing is, head on over to our website, self-unemployed.co.uk, and there you'll be able to enter your email address. And once you've done that, you'll get invited to join us when we are recording future episodes. They're going to go out as live streams on YouTube, but not to the public, only to people who are on that mailing list. So if you do that, you'll be able to interact with us, ask questions as we're recording future episodes. So if you're looking to grow your wealth and become self-unemployed, let's do it together. I'll see you next time.